for each panel, whether it has a gear or not, each one needs a little handle. The one for the gears are a little different. They have this little step here for the bearing to seat against, and then the ones that are just wood are flat, and they just go against the bolt in the panel. So when I machine these, each of them has a round hole. But the bolt I'm using is a carriage bolt which has a square shoulder, and that keeps it from spinning around, so I can tighten the nut from the bottom. So what I need to do is file this round hole square, and just for a little bit here, you can see it's, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch, something like that, well, about 1/8 of an inch, and then it tapers down, plus I ground the edges off. So what I need to do is start by filing 4 corners of a square. So I start with a 3-sided file so I can get a nice groove, and all I really do is hand file. So start on the bottom. I want to get about maybe 1/8 of an inch, not even, of a groove in there, and then I'll spin it around and do the bottom side, and I'll hit it from this. And what it ends up looking like is you get this kind of diamond going on here, and then I'll take a Dremel. I'm using a diamond bit. It doesn't need to be a diamond bit, it just cuts kind of nice. It gets clogged up, of course, that's with aluminum, and I'll go ahead and file this surface here. So all I'm doing really is kind of getting that corner to blend in, and I'm just kind of flattening everything out. And I do that for all 4 sides. So I try to get rid of these points here and get a flat surface. So I'll keep going through and getting all this flat, and then I'll take a carriage bolt, seat it in there, and then I'll be able to see where it's hitting, and then I'll continue filing here. Once I get that all flattened out, I'll use either the panel with the gear or without, and you can kind of see the top of it seats in there. So as you turn, it locks into a piece of aluminum that is very similar to this but upside down, and it's glued inside of here. So that's threaded through the bottom, and then I thread on a nut so that'll interact with the magnet that goes on the base. So I'm going to keep filing this away with the Dremel or the flux shaft, and then I'll get these to fit in here. And then there's the bolt, the piece of aluminum, the gear, and then there's the Boca bearing, and then there's also a piece of aluminum very similar to that in the middle. And then we have these little brass rods here, and those will act like bearings to skate across the surface of the steel. So I'm going to keep filing, and then I'll show you a little progress in a little bit.